Mr. Scales, you know, if we're gonna like talking about. But you know what freaking grinds my gear, to be honest, dudes? I've seen basically all freaking like scoured in freaking YouTube or net and seen like dark psychology. Freaking not like yes, it is psychology garbage, to be honest, dude. Which is I would say yeah, okay, cool. But for some weird reason, this is maybe like analytics, not analytics, but maybe some analysis or basically deconstruction in the context of basically a simulation about this freaking piece of crap, this freaking crap. Or to be honest, in society, I don't know basically what the basically replacement for fucking society is the human world, I guess. And for some weird reason, the only people that's basically attracted on that piece of garbage, to be honest, that piece of garbage or that freaking crap, that specifically also the elites freaking uses as well, are the freaking like the lovers of intellect itself, the lovers of intellect or the ego itself there, the intellect or the child, not the child would see it as just basically freaking cool, because see it as freaking cool as basically not only not only that the child inside will see it as cool because of programming, and obviously programming and conditioning that basically we see like freaking like in Marvels there about Loki, Marvel universe, or basic Marvel universe or the MCU about Loki, or even even as well in anime about Naruto as well, about this freaking jester archetype or trickster archetype itself, is trickster archetype or the rebellious, or even as well this actually Luciferian, not Luciferian but Luciferic rebellious type, or the ones basically tricksters itself there. It's just really like the child will see it as cool because this is literally the reflection of the creative side of a person. But if that person itself, or specifically, basically some freaking like teenagers, literally like having a freaking face on something, to be honest, there, and just want to like screw some freaking like people rage baiting to the net or such, or even freaking boomers as well that oh my gosh, let's get oh my gosh, please be sensitive again, me. I have real. Please be sensitive for me. Be sensitive for me. I have freaking raised you as well, and I have privilege. I have privilege too as well. Yeah. Or also the freaking elites and the narcissists as well. Elites and the narcissists as well. This freaking idea or loving the reptilian brain. Freaking cringe. Reptilian brain, to be honest, though. Basically seeing is as of abusement and utility, and basically borrowing like you through human connection, or basically intimacy, to be honest, to one another, or having freaking compassion to everyone, basically not everyone, but basically the point, compassion to other man, that's pretty compassion to other man. And basically having it replaces basically like I now know this person, I might probably use this freaking person, to be honest there. And even so, and even so as seeing as basically as a, not as a thing or something tool, as a thing or something, or just thing of exploitation, probably just see it as just basically in a cold way. There's some freaking information and such. There's a freaking like seeing this as an information and such. I can't see information and such, but kind of sees it's basically the reflection of basically the kind of like what an individual in this reality is. To be honest, though. Yes, we cannot. Yes, forcing is absolutely. Forcing is freaking cringe too as well. There is just base cringe too as well, but it is just a freaking like a mime, or basically a reflection of this freaking thing, and this thing inside of man. This is basically basically this freaking like super insecurity and the super insecure, or basically the doubtful side of a person, to be honest, or basically the super duper skeptical side of a person. In a nutshell, can we really like trust one another as well? I know there's boundaries, of course, but in a sense, like in a sense the idea itself there, the idea itself there of coalition without ego, to be honest though. Coalition without ego, basically, or just basically like kind of like as everything itself is just basically just everything is just basically kind of like it's just the one, not the one as in a context itself of that one, but basically kind of like a manifestations of themselves, a manifestation of themselves, you and you, or you or, and me as well, you as a reflection of you, as me as a reflection of you, you watcher is the reflection of me as well. It's basically pretty much that the idea though. So yeah, can we just basically throw away the freaking reptilian dark psychology piece of garbage, to be honest, dude? Psychology piece of garbage, to be honest, dude. And can we at least like have like work, or just at least have a hangout or just chat? That's pretty much it. Without this basic without basically this skepticism on both of us there, or just really having this freaking feeling or freedom itself, freedom of expression to one another, at least just a two person, and that transpose it to the world, or basically at least to a group, then eventually a nation, the nation eventually, just fucking a nation, and then eventually like everyone now. So yeah, this kind of idea is just basically lovers of the intellect or the ego itself there, because it just sounds cool, or just the power, or sounds cool, or power itself there, and knowledge, dude, or basically of utility is just basically kind of like usually the aspect of a person is just basically like reptilian. Reptilian as in a context is just apathetic, or just really cold-blooded. That's pretty much it. Apathetic, not, that's not even like in a good sense, to be not even a good sense, but basically just a dude that's just basically trying to survive, to be honest, dude. Just a dude that's just trying to survive. You will see just basically the kind of like the smartest, or just basically the people just basically like that has wisdom. Yeah, they have learned, but I remember like, yeah, I know it's just basically this out of context, but basically it said with freaking Zizek, dude, about wisdom. Just about wisdom, and the kind of like idea the Krishnamurti did, that wisdom derived from fear too, I mean. So yeah, and this idea that freaking fear itself, that basically just wisdom, or just basically kind of like even the freaking like cool sounding freaking parable or something itself there can be just used by ego itself there to just freak that, the ego just see that just freak that, I won't communicate to freaking I won't communicate to other people because it's safe, dude. It's really safe, really safe. And basically as well, I'm hurt or something, dude. I'm hurt or something, dude. Hurt, like I say, and basically just I'm hurt, and just basically it's using that as the alibi or the excuse itself to basically like to basically bring out, or even use that thing itself, use that thing as basically use that thing as a tool for that person itself to gain something like Machiavellian crap, or just basically like freaking like Nietzschean freaking weakness, to be honest though. Nietzschean weakness, to be honest. I just be the freaking like Tulsa Doom guys, to be honest though. The freaking like smart, the Tulsa Doom, or this freaking smart guys. The smart guys that they're really like freaking weak, to be honest. They're really freaking weak, to be honest, dude. They cannot even like freaking like use freaking like just build up their bodies, to be honest. Build up their bodies or do something in on in themselves. In themselves, but they need, or they require like some requisite of freaking like some other people to do that stuff, or do their stuff for bidding. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The dork psychology there is making you freaking retarded, not freaking dork psychology there. Like psychology, they're making you like freaking an idiot, and just basically an insecure guy, most likely than not. Not really than used, but know how the freaking ego or the mind sees that thing. Sees that thing. That's it. And why the heck is basically freaking like humanity haven't freaking progressed, dude? Humanity itself, they haven't progressed, to be honest, dude. That's pretty much it. If you see soy, you see freaking soy, dude. Psychology and science as well. That's really, really science as well there. You know it. Oh yeah, now is basically the second freaking topic. Science. Now that science basically become the freaking like modern mythology of people there. Like people like believing in freaking space, or infinite stars, or infinite galaxies, however it was though, to be honest. Like believing that this is basically this freaking like mythology of science, to be honest, dude. This mythology of science there. Believing in gravity or even evolution. Science, which is the most oddest thing there, is just kind of comparative, like Greek or Norse mythology, or Greek paganism or Norse paganism, that basically they emerge as mythology itself there, mythology itself. They have their own pantheons. They have their own pantheons. And they're also as well like celebrated and revered, the gods, of course. But in science, we have them some I don't so we have some freaking scientists as well. Ewan ko, not, ewan ko. This means basically in Filipino, like, I don't know. Not, I don't know, it's basically, like, it's not important. But basically, like, you have Einstein, or freaking, but basically, freaking Einstein, of course, or freaking Newton, or however, they're freaking, like, gods or saints. And also, as well, their freaking, religion, their freaking religion as well. This basically their, not the religion, but basically their I would say their, what I would say their freaking details, or basically their components that basically they represent, or basically have known to, have known to, of course. And also as well, this idea itself in science as well, that basically the freaking trust in science, dude. This is really, really freaking funny, to be honest, dude. Science become like a secondary religion. It's a secondary religion. Freaking like basically a normie would say, a normie would see like, oh, scientists have discovered this thing, and scientists have discovered and this and that and this and that. And at all, like people freaking like didn't like really, really like doubt that freaking crap, to be honest though. They just take it for freaking granted, or just as it is, to be honest, because oh my gosh, I feel the authority. It's freaking scientists, dude. And then you'll see that basically there are some stuff there that's really fabricated, to be honest, guys. Just fabricated, and just basically trust us, guys, trust us, believe us though. And making the world like complicated, and basically in the state of confusement there of its physical world. In the next video, guys, I later expound freaking science. I later expound science though. So yeah, like a lot of freaking stuff there about dogmatic and such. So yeah, peace, and absolutely keep peace. Nice.